The definitive shonen anime and culture icon. Has two good jokes that they decide to spend an entire season over. Once you get past the character's appearance, it's pretty boring. One of the more manly fighting anime out there. Really hope there's a season 3, though I did read the manga. It's basically Naruto, but with curses, which is fine, but I can always just watch Naruto. Raunchy, hilarious, and somehow serious enough for me to keep watching. Now I'm reading the manga. The main character is perfect and everything goes his way, which is why I stopped at episode 9. Literally the exact opposite, which is why I'm excited for season 2. It's basically a weaker version of iShield 21, but with sumo wrestling. An anime that got me, a non-sports fan, actually excited about football. The action here was very, very sick. It's a shame though, because I heard the successor was bad. Iconic, mixing action with interesting philosophies. The work is beautiful, but it feels more like an art piece than an actual anime. I made it to episode 4. Yet another shonen anime, better than average, and also the intro is fantastic. I think it's an underrated anime, definitely something for a more mature audience, but it's still pretty badass. It's an okay anime, and fairly short, nothing super amazing, it's just girl gossip, which by the way Oshiete literally means please tell me. It's basically an anime Zootopia, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. A woman who gets off on gambling, but they make the animation and faces so funny that it's worth watching. Story's pretty good too. I made it roughly halfway with season 1, but then when I realized it felt like there was a giant plot hole in the middle, that's where I stopped. The animation and the way it's drawn is just so beautiful, and the action's pretty kick-ass too. Not the type of anime I usually watch, but it was actually pretty wholesome. I'd watch season 2. As good as the first season was, the season 2 was monstrously terrible. Just read the manga. Honestly, the only things I remember is that it has guns in it, and somehow the main character is only 16. If you're into physical fitness, you'll love this anime for the actual tips they provide, otherwise it's a pretty good anime overall. A shonen anime, great for newcomers. I remember this anime being mature and brutal, but in a good way. The first half was amazing, but the second half was so fast-paced. It's an interesting concept, but it ends on a filler, so read the manga instead. This movie was all over the place, I couldn't even finish it. I'll admit I've underestimated this anime for a long time and didn't watch it, but I'm glad I eventually did. It's pretty solid.